Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to show you just a little bit of like what's been going on for the past, for yesterday and today. Not too much really. I've been pretty bored, not really feeling like doing much of anything, but I did a couple of things, so let's see. Guys, I made myself a spinach and ham omelet this morning. And the spinach is disgusting. Like, I'm still gonna eat it because I cooked it and I don't want to waste food, but yeah, I can't do frozen spinach, so check that as something I've learned. Also, I actually measured how much creamer I put in my coffee. Not a fan. Because how much I would like to put in would be like probably about 400 calories. This is gonna suck. I really want to go to the library, but guys, it's so cold out there. It's actually not that bad. It's like 14, but I have like no clean pants. I'm wearing leggings, and that's not enough to like walk through the snow. Plus, my legs actually are really sore from that workout yesterday. I'm kind of annoyed. Like, I mean, it's a good thing, because obviously if they weren't sore, I wouldn't be, like, making progress. But, yeah, it was a short workout, so the fact that I'm sore is, like, really annoying. But I guess it reinforces the fact that I need to make changes, and this is my starting point, so, one of the other reasons I don't really want to take a walk down to the library is because I'm still kind of hungry from breakfast, and like it's like 1:30 right now. And there is this Chinese food place at the corner, and for like $5 I can get, you know, a lunch special, and it's delicious. But I need to not spend what little cash I have, and I need to not eat junk food. So I guess I will stay in. I'm gonna try and do some yoga later. It depends on how like sore I am. I don't know if that's gonna make it worse or better or what it's gonna do. But yeah. Yeah. Sitting here for the past few days lamenting about the fact that I don't have any white bread. Well, any bread at all. And then I realized, hey, dummy, you have all of the ingredients that you need to make your own bread, including bread flour. So that's what I'm going to do for now. So I'm not sure if I had it kneading quite long enough. It doesn't quite look like it, but I guess we'll see. The KitchenAid started to have a bit of a smell, and rather than, you know, break my $200 appliance, I decided I'd risk having not the best bread, but we'll see. All right, here goes rise number 2. We'll see how this works out. I'm having kind of a blah day. Yesterday and today, like, I woke up really late. I slept really late, which has been unusual for the past couple weeks. I don't know, I don't feel like doing anything. Like, anything. I don't want to play any games. I don't want to watch TV. I really don't want to clean. I don't feel like walking to the library. Which means it's going to be a few days before I can go, because tomorrow they're closed for one, and I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like on Saturday, but it's probably going to be really cold. And then Sunday they're closed again, which, I mean, it's not a huge deal, but I don't know, it gets me out of the house. I'm really hungry, but I made French toast for breakfast / lunch, and I used the bread that I made yesterday, which is a bit high in calories, It's still good though. I mean, it was really good, but between the honey and the calories in the bread, that was like a lot. So I don't know. I pulled out some chicken for dinner. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. I don't know. I should work out. I'm actually still really like sore from yesterday. I didn't show you guys that workout, but I did. I'll link to it below. It was like a 30-minute workout for, I think it was for like the elderly, the obese, people with poor range of motion, basically anybody who can't physically do like regular exercise. But it included weights, it did cardio. So it was really good, and like I felt really good after. But now like everything hurts. Everything hurts. Maybe that's why I don't feel like doing anything. Yeah. Oh, hey, look. I got some purple lipstick on my teeth. That's nice. So, yeah, it's like 4 o'clock. I haven't done anything productive today. Yeah. So, my friend Victor asked me on my Facebook page what my goal was. And I have to say, I have a lot of goals. And I sat down and I thought about it and tried to come up with a list, which I do have here. So I just want to talk about a little bit of those things. Some of them are goals, some of them are things that I'm hoping will kind of change as time goes on, and as I, lose weight or gain strength, all those different things. So I think I don't want to focus too much on numbers just because numbers can be so deceiving. I really would like to focus more on how I feel. So I will say, like, I have, in my head, I have a number, and I've had this number there for a very long time. And that is 140 pounds. My light just went out. Come back on. Come back on. Well, I guess that's not coming back on. So yeah, like, ideally, I feel like 140 pounds is a good place to go. I'm 5'3", so I think, I don't know offhand, but I'm pretty sure the like ideal weight is between 120 and 140 for my height. So I'd rather like look at the higher end, see how I look, see how I feel, and then kind of go from there and make any changes as necessary. As far as maybe like a weekly goal, right now I'm looking to lose about 2 pounds a week, which is, I guess I've heard some conflicting information on whether or not, like, I've always heard that 1.5 or like a half a pound to a pound a week was like a good place to go, but then for larger people such as myself, it's a little bit different because we have so much excess weight. So I think 2 pounds is okay. I do have a doctor's appointment. My physical is this month, so I will, talk to her and make sure that that's all right. Say hi, Chava. Meet the people. As far as my health, my goals are along the lines of reducing my risk of diabetes. It does run in my family. I have at least 2 family members actually 3 that I can think of, that are or were diabetic. I have asthma. I've had asthma ever since I was a little kid. I would like to, obviously my weight isn't going to get rid of that, but it can, if I reduce my weight, I can reduce the instances of exercise-induced asthma. I literally cannot remember a time where I could run and not like lose my breath and feel really awful. So it would be really great if that is something that happens. I feel like that's really up in the air given the asthma, but I guess, you know, we'll see what happens. I'd really love to be able to run, walk long distances, and go upstairs, especially without losing my breath. I was at a job interview the other day, and the supervisor was showing me the basement, and no, it wasn't like a weird creepy thing. There was actually a reason to show me the basement. But when we came back upstairs, like, I couldn't talk, and I was so embarrassed because I'm like, here I am, like, dying for a job, and I'm just like huffing and puffing, and I was supposed to be responsible for these people. Like, oh my god. Another thing that I thought of, I would really like to prevent any need for like a knee replacement in the future. I know, you know, fit people have to have knee replacements as well, but if I can reduce that chance, that would be great. Some other goals that I have, I would like to increase my energy, get better sleep. The past probably like 3, 4, 5 months, something like that, I literally am always tired. It doesn't matter how much sleep I get, I am just exhausted. With the exception of the past 2 days, I've been going to bed by 10 o'clock at the latest and getting up at like 7 or 8. So I'm getting, you know, 8, 10, sometimes even 12 hours of sleep, and I'm still just exhausted. And I attribute that, 1, to my weight, and 2, to my age. Like, I'm getting older, so the weight definitely has a lot to do with it, but I think age does too. But if I can reduce that issue, that would be wonderful. I have 2 little baby cousins who I just absolutely adore. They're the cutest little guys ever. They are 1 and just about 3. So I'd really like to be able to like run around and chase them and do fun things with them as they get older. I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to be thinner, because there's better clothes and shoes. There's definitely better choices. They're cheaper, they're cuter, or there's just pieces that will last longer. Like, I have yet, my favorite plus size store closed a while back, quite a few years ago now. I still have some pieces from them. It was kind of hit or miss. It was Fashion Bug, by the way. I don't know how, like, wide they were, but I still have a lot of pieces from them. They could have been hit or miss. There were some pieces that were just like very like, oh, this is for like an old fat lady, which is just awful that we even have that stereotype, but that's what it said to me. But they were more affordable than what is available now. I always have problems with Lane Bryant. Their prices are incredibly high. Guys, get out of here. Lane Bryant's prices are incredibly high, especially, you know, paying $80 for a skirt to me is just insane. Their pants never fit well. Their bras don't come in proper sizes, and they don't fit at all. I've actually, funny story, I have had employees at Lane Bryant argue with me over my bra size. I, shout out to Reddit and A Bra That Fits, I sized myself and I got like the proper size. I'm still a little bit off, but a lot of that has to do with being plus size and being bigger. But I told the woman like what size I wore, and she's like, oh, you're not that size. And she's arguing with me over what my cup size is. I'm like, do you want me to whip my boob out right here? Because I kind of know what size I wear, and you don't carry it. So there, that's my problem with Lane Bryant. Torrid has some nice things, but it's definitely a little bit hit or miss. They go for, I think, a younger demographic. I definitely would have loved them when I was in high school. They were just kind of starting to exist at that point. I think they started like shortly after, or shortly before, or shortly after I graduated. You know, I love that they carry plus size bikinis. That's awesome. But I can't afford 2 pieces at $80 each. It's just ridiculous. So they're kind of hit or miss. I have some pieces from them. Who else? Dress Barn. First of all, I'm a little uncomfortable shopping in a place that's named after a barn where you keep animals. Like, I don't know. I don't get that. But even so, they don't really carry my size as I stand right now. Right now I wear anywhere from a 26, 28, or 28, 30. So usually like a 4X. Walmart clothes are crap. I do buy their leggings, but they don't last long. Who else? Even like buying shoes is hard because I typically wear like a 9.5 to 10 wide, and a lot of shoes don't come in wide width. I've heard a lot of people talk about how their foot gets more narrow because like so much, I mean, your foot gets fat too, basically. So it'd be nice if I could get, so I found out that hooded eyelids were a thing, and hear me out because this is kind of weird, but I found out that hooded eyelids were a thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's my problem, that's why I can't do all these awesome makeup looks. And like, I'm really far away from the camera, but I don't know if you can tell, but like most of my eyelid doesn't show because I thought they were hooded, and maybe they are hooded, but I've also seen people come out and be like, oh no, I thought I had hooded eyelids until I lost weight, and then I found out I didn't. And I was like, that would just be amazing. I could do so much more with my eyeliner, or not my eyeliner, my eyeshadow. I just love makeup, so if I can play with it more, like, I'm all for that. Overall, I just really want to be more active. My town, or my city, has a women's... Sorry, I thought I heard something. My town has a women's rugby team, and I've wanted to play with them since I graduated college, and that was in 2012. So for the past 6 years, and I keep putting it off and putting it off. Excuse me. I did go to a practice was it last season? I think it was in the spring. No, yes, it was not this past spring, but 2 springs ago. I went to a practice, and I had so much fun, and everybody was like super nice and welcoming. But one of the moves that you have to do, you basically have to be like 90 degrees. So your legs are here, and then your body is here, your torso is up here, and you're like pushing, I don't even know what the move is called, so sorry, rugby friends. And you're basically like trying to push the other group of people. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know much about rugby. I just know I want to play. So anyway, like, I couldn't do that like 90 degree angle. I couldn't keep my head that way. My boobs hurt, like my back hurt. It just did not work well. And even just like running around the field was exhausting. So that kind of sucked. Like, I had fun, don't get me wrong, and like, I'm friends with most of those people on Facebook still. And I still really want to play. But until I like gain that strength and lose the weight, I don't know that I'll be able to. And I'm starting to worry that it's going to be like too late. I'm going to be too old to be able to play. But I'd also just like to be able to go camping. I have a lot of friends who go kayaking. I live not too far from the river and the lake, so, you know, spending time on the water. I love the water, so I would love to spend time on the water. I'd love to be able to run. And the one thing that I really miss, I want to be able to ride a bike. Like, I want to get a job where I can ride my bike to work. That just sounds awesome. Obviously not in this weather because it's freaking freezing. It's gonna be like negative 10 degrees tomorrow, Fahrenheit, which I know for you Canadians is nothing, but I don't like it. The last time I rode a bike, or tried to ride a bike, I should say, I'm pretty sure I was in high school, and I had this really great mountain bike that I loved, and I used to ride it all the time. I loved riding my bike, and I tried to ride it, and it did not go well. Like, I couldn't even go anywhere. I was so fat. I was probably in the high 200s at that point, maybe even into the 300s. I'm not sure. I didn't like to keep track of my weight back then. Yeah, like I said, I couldn't go anywhere. I tried to pedal and I was like, oh my god, this is awful. I might have gotten like down my block, maybe. Not to mention how much it hurt to sit on the seat. Like, no, way too much pressure in the butt region. That was not a good thing. So I would really like to change that. What else? Some things that I expect to change kind of bother me. I've read a lot of people's experiences, watched a lot of YouTube videos where people are like, I get treated better now. Or I get attention from men or women that I didn't get before. And that's a really conflicting thing to hear, because as much as I want to date, I do, like, I don't like being single. I'm so much better when I'm in a relationship. I don't know that I can trust anyone. Like, at least I know if they're dating me now, they're okay with fat people. And, like, whoever I date, I want them to be okay with fat people. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think you should date someone that you're not attracted to. That's not what I'm saying. But I just feel like there's some trust that's going to be missing when I lose weight. I'm going to keep saying that, when I lose weight, because it's going to happen. A couple other things are, fat people typically get paid less, and they don't get hired as much as someone who's thinner. So being smaller would increase my pay and my opportunities for jobs, which again bother me, because how attractive I am, how thin I am, how whatever I am, doesn't change what I know. It doesn't change my work experience. It doesn't change how well I can relate to the people that I want to work with. So that's really troublesome too. But that said, I'm not going to turn down a pay increase or a job on the, like, basis of worrying that I wouldn't have got it if I was still fat. So that's just kind of like a double-edged sword. I don't know. So those are just some of my goals. Obviously, they're all subject to, like, change and alter as the process occurs. If you have any thoughts of goals that you've done or goals that you want to accomplish, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Hit that little subscribe button, and if you want to be notified every time I post something, hit the little bell icon. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at ToriLoses. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great night. Bye!